Yo, it's been a while since I've been on the cam. First and foremost, today's video is gonna be something completely different. The noise that you're wondering right now as well too, it's my PSP. That is, yo, y'all probably ain't see a PSP in the grip. Listen, I got me a PSP for Christmas. My brother got me a PSP for Christmas, probably I wanna say like 2-3 years ago. After I've been one like, yo, this is my childhood right here. And this is Need for Speed Undercover right over here. Listen, I love it. I love it. But we're gonna turn this off real quick. All right. I've been on a hiatus off of social media. I have not been on Instagram. I ain't really use Twitter. Honestly, like, well, X. I have not. I think if I was to count on my fingers, like on my hands and feet, how many times I use X in the past like 2-3 years, probably not a lot. If I ever go on X, it's probably just to like search up real quick, you know, who is being ruled out or who is going to be playing if it comes to like an NBA or NFL game. That's it. I don't like scroll on there, no nothing. And then TikTok, sometimes I go on there, but I have not been on TikTok. So I haven't been on any social media besides YouTube. YouTube isn't really a social media per se, but there's like sides to YouTube that kind of like put you in a loop to let you know, what's kind of going on, what's not. I'm on more so like the educational side of YouTube. So like stuff where it's like fitness, mindset for the soul, watching sermons, kind of things like that, educational things, stuff like that, how I can grow. So yeah. But yep, like I said, I'm on a hiatus right now, so y'all really haven't been seeing my face for real. As you can also see the T as well too. It says, yo, peep the T real quick. It says, I'm only talking to Jesus today. Ain't that right? Amen. Listen, God been good to me. God been good to me. And hopefully God been good to y'all. All right, happy holidays. Listen, today's video, like I said, is a little different. We're gonna do a chit chat. Honestly, I want to do chit chats, like talking to the cam a little bit more often, even if it's just about random topics or topics that I just want to speak about. Today's topic is the Knicks. All right, I want to speak about my team today. But before I even speak about my team, make sure that y'all hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Listen, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry that I keep on leaving y'all. I'm sorry. All right, and I don't know what other way to make it up to y'all than to I know to make it up to y'all. I know like people like gifts, right? So I got you. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. I could get it out the bag. Goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Hold on. I got you a Rice Krispie treat. This is my apology to you. Do you accept my apology? No, you don't like Rice Krispie treats. All right, hold on, hold on, hold on. Since you say you're on a diet, I got a granola bar. It's chocolate chip. I'm sorry. Here, take it. Glad we can make it up. All right, boom. So now back to what I was about to say, but just real quick, a book that I have been reading during my hiatus other than the Bible is this book right here, Water in the Soul. I have been reading other books as well too, but this is a good book right here. I truly recommend it. I don't even want to speak about it because that's not the topic of the video. It's the Knicks in this video, but I highly recommend this book right over here. Yeah, it was only, it says $16.99. I got this a few years ago, but I didn't actually start reading it till this year. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, read the book. That's all I can say right there. But back to what we were supposed to speak about. New York Knicks. Listen, man, my New York Knicks. My New York Knicks have been playing good. I know we could be better. I know it's the beginning of the season. But let's talk about the Knicks, all right? I have been a Knicks fan, like a true Knicks fan since I was, if not 6 or 7 years old. That's actually when I actually started, yo, what are you talking about? But that's actually when I started paying attention to the rules, the rosters, things like that. Actually kind of started to be a little bit dedicated to at least watch, all right? I was more so like a casual, but I wouldn't say that I was like a die-hard Knicks fan, but that was the team that I chose to stick with. The Giants, I chose at that age as well too, the New York Giants, and then I'm a Yankees fan. So I like the Knicks, Yankees, and Giants. My dad is from Queens, so that's the teams that he liked. I watched him watching those games growing up, and that's basically just the teams that I fell in love with my dad. So yeah, so with the Knicks, we've been good lately. We've been good these past years. Thank God, what a time to be a Knicks fan, right? But I want to chip, and I'm 25. I don't look like it, right? But I want to chip. I know there's people that have been waiting even longer. I'm talking about my dad was born literally the year after the Knicks' last championship. So I know he want to chip too. I know all New York want to chip. I'm talking about if the Knicks win the finals, like honestly, New York may burn down to the ground. Like I don't even think like 911 would even be like available. I don't think that you can call for help or anything. Like you'd be lucky if like a guy in Tim's maybe like help you out with your situation or something like that. I don't know what to tell you. All right, but hey, that's besides the point. The Knicks been playing good lately. All right, but this is one. It's something that I want to speak about, right, bro? I've been seeing this. All right, thank God that we have Brown. All right, I love Coach Brown. I love the fact that he's testing out the bench. He's testing out different, rotations, things like that. Faster tempo. I'm noticing that on offense as well too. Loving it. All right, these are things that we didn't have with Tibbs. Okay, but my thing about this is I feel as though he should really test the bench. All right, so of course we already have like the second group rotation, and then sometimes he touches like Tyler Kolek, sometimes he'll touch Yabusele. But who I really want him to touch and get in the game is Dadiet. All right, now a lot of people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's not developed yet. Oh yeah, he's still young. He's still this. That's true. But I'm not sure if a lot of Knicks fans been noticing this, right? But sometimes what Brown does is he puts in too many short people, and he plays smaller sometimes when we need him to play bigger. For example, sometimes he'll have Deuce McBride, he'll have Shamit, sometimes he'll have Brunson out there, Josh Hart, and then Cat or something. Or sometimes he'll have like Mitch out there, Jalen Brunson, McBride, McHale, and then Shamit or something like that. Like he'll put like it's like 4 short dudes that are under 6'4". Then you put Josh Hart out there for the 4. Sometimes Josh Hart, like he's good at rebounding, but I seen when we play Magic, for example, we about to play Magic tomorrow, right? Bro, them dudes are tall. Franz Wagner is tall. Banchero is tall. Like, they have a lot of tall people on their team. And I noticed that if we're going to really, really make it far, the team that I feel that we may run into a problem with is Magic. It's not because of how skilled they are. It's because of how tall they are. And why I say Dadiet could be the problem solver is because he's tall. I think he's like 6'8", if not 6'9". Now, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, well, he's not developed yet. He's not this, he's not that. Yeah, he's like 20, 21 years old, right? But we're early in the season. This is when you start testing out Dadiet. This is when you start testing out those, G League players that are on a 2-way contract or whatever that are deep in your bench. This is when you test them out. And if, God forbid, they do bad, don't give somebody about like 2-3 minutes. Because the way how a game is going sometimes, when you put in a player and they check in, you can't just only give them 2 minutes, 3 minutes to show what they can do, because they have to catch up to the tempo of the game, right? The tempo may be going fast. The tempo may be going slow. Maybe the tempo is a whole bunch of threes. Maybe the tempo is y'all are going back and forth, going to the paint. Y'all kind of gotta, get a feel for the game, get in rhythm first before you can just flat on out, okay, yeah, he's not doing good. Let me go sit him down. Dadiet's pretty tall. He also weighs pretty good. Listen, Yabusele, I'm not saying, I don't know what's playing on in the background, some ad, but but Yabusele, I want better for him. I'm not writing him off completely, But if he continues to play the way how he's been playing for all that, yo, we could have had kept Precious Achua. Like, in all honesty, we could have kept Precious. Precious at least is over there in Sacramento rebounding. Precious is also over there scoring right now. I'm not sure if y'all even noticed, bro. The other day, Precious Achua had more points than Zach LaVine. Right. For all that, we could have kept Precious. So it's like, one, Yabusele needs to step up. I'm fine with Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson is doing great on scoring. He just needs to do a little bit better on defense, but he's going to get there, all right? Sometimes, players look lost out there when you just check him in. But Jordan Clarkson, he's been doing good, all right? He's been definitely picking up. I'm glad Josh Hart has been picking up as well with scoring. One thing about Josh Hart that used to irk my nerve, man, that man could get in the paint. He can get in the paint. He'll dribble so far, so fast up the court. By the time he gets to the foul line, if not the paint, that man now like freezes up, and then it's like, oh, who can I pass you? And turns the ball over. Or like just like extends the play longer than it needs to be. Bro, go up. And I like the fact that we're starting to do a lot more better when it comes with scoring, because Josh Hart now is starting to score a little bit more. His three-point shot is wet. All right, his mid-range, wet. All right. When he goes to the paint, bro, you're already higher up in the air. If anything, I feel like Josh Hart knows he can do it, but I feel as though he gets scared sometimes. And it's like, yo, you gotta just like, sometimes, yo, when you're there, bro, don't think about passing to anybody else. Bro, if you got the upper hand and you already like up, like over your defender, bro, put that joint in. Floater game like Mitch. Yo, score it. You feel me? Score it. Back to the Dadiet thing. Bro, Dadiet can help us. All right? You could put Dadiet out there with put him out there maybe with the best lineup. All right? Put him out there with the best lineup. Because, when we play Magic, we may have to go against them in the playoffs. Right? And we're going to need taller people. Tyler Kolek is not that tall. Jalen Brunson ain't that tall. Deuce McBride ain't that tall. Josh Hart even. I seen Franz Wagner next to Josh Hart one time when the ball was going up and they was about to rebound. Franz Wagner is towering over Josh Hart. The only tall people that we really got that could really go with him, and I know people want to be like, oh yeah, OG wasn't playing the first game when we... Bro, if OG played, we still would have lost. Because they was just too tall. It was just too tall. OG probably would have put a body on one or two people, but he would have been gassed. Right? Mikal, I think he's like 6'6". But even with that, bro, they had too many tall players. Cat, of course, you got him there, but sometimes Cat is not aggressive, right? And then Mitch could be slow sometimes, especially on the pick and roll, right? I don't know what's going on with Mitch sometimes, but sometimes he don't know how to read a pick and roll. Should I go up? Should I stay back? Should I go around? I feel like you got to put somebody else out there when we play tall teams like that. Dadiet, I think, could be the answer. This is the time early in the season now where you test out Dadiet. Listen, I looked at his Westchester Knicks, his stats. Bro, he balling, and I get it. It's the G League. But you can't tell me that Dadiet can't do something in the league. You can't tell me that, at least just try him out with the best lineup. Put him in for 4 to 5 minutes. Just see what he does. See what he does. And really talk to him before he get in. Dadiet, show us something. Like, don't be scared. All of that. Show us something. I feel like Dadiet can help us down the stretch, especially come playoff time. Especially if we start getting him develop more and more and more. Listen, you ain't going to learn nothing. Just keep on talking to someone and having them just sit on the bench. Bro, you got to put them in. That's the only way they're going to learn. Look at Tyler Kolek. He getting a little bit better because he's starting to get minutes. When he was under Tibbs give him 2-3 minutes sometimes. Oh, he ain't doing good. Sit him down. You don't see him for probably like 20-30 games unless we're blowing somebody out. Bro, you can't do that with your team. How else will you know what you have? We didn't even know Shamit could even put up that many points in the Miami Heat game had we not had this coach. So it's like, if this is the point why we even got you to test out the bench, bro, test it out even more. Put Dadiet with maybe Mikal, with Josh Hart out there, with Jalen Brunson, with Cat, and with OG maybe. Someone, Let's see what he could do. How can he contribute? I know he could do something. He only 20, if not 21. Give him some years. It'll be some time. That's about it, though. Other than that, my Knicks is balling. All right, I'm happy for the Knicks. Listen, I want a ring. All right, I want a ring. That's all I want to say. All right, hopefully y'all doing good. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that. Blessings, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever the case is. All right, make sure you speak to Jesus today. Okay, amen. Y'all take care. New video gonna come out soon for y'all as well. Okay, bye.